Hi, welcome to roseopalknits, a crafty channel. Today I'm going to record a Flosstube episode. It's about everything I stitched on in March and my plans for April. So hey, how you doing? Welcome. Like I said, today is my cross stitch update for March. I thought I'd come back mid-March, but I just didn't have a chance, so I'm here today. Today is April 2nd, and so far in April, I haven't stitched on anything. But I think I had a successful March, so I'm excited to talk about that. If you are returning, thank you so much for choosing to spend some more of your precious free time here. And if you're new, I hope you stick around, you like what you see, and you consider subscribing. Like I said, this is a crafty channel. I share the channel with my daughter-in-law, Daphne, and we talk about the crafty things that we get into together separately. You know, it just depends on the day and what we're talking about. So we mainly talk about knitting, crochet, and cross stitch, but we've also talked about yarn that we've dyed, and Daphne has dabbled with sewing and fiber spinning. So, you know, anything that we choose to do. A little bit about me, if you're new here, I am the mother-in-law, and I have 4 children with my high school sweetheart. We have 3 boys. Holden is 28, Thomas is 21, and Ralph is 16, and a daughter, Mary Rose, she is 8. And Daphne, my daughter-in-law, is married to my oldest, and they have 4 children, 6 and under. All right, so I think I'll just jump right in and start talking about what I worked on in March, because I don't have too long before I have to leave the house. All right, so we'll start with my whip go for March. In March, This I Know by Plum Street Samplers and Anne of Green Gables by Soda Stitch was called on my whip go chart here. My numbers are random, but and I met both of those goals. So my whip go goals for 2025 are complete 5 hours or 500 stitches on a square to cross it off. So I'll show you Plum Street Samplers This I Know first. This is what the design looks like. And I will pop in a picture of where I was the last time I showed it. And this is the progress that I made. So I'm very happy with the progress. I am stitching this on 14 count Corinne by Forbidden Fiber Co. And I am using the majority of the suggested threads, but I did have to substitute a couple things. Some of them I haven't used yet, but here it is. So this was a restart in January, and I believe it was on my whip go board twice, and I think it's actually been called twice. So I don't think, let's see, This I Know and This I Know. Yep, so it's gonna go away. I don't know if it'll even come out anymore this year. I do enjoy stitching on it a lot though. So maybe later in the year it'll come out. But this year I'm focusing on new starts because I'm turning 49 in a few days. And then my goal is to get my whips up to 50 by my 50th birthday. And then once I have my 50th birthday, start the whip down. And I've talked about it before, but if you're new, I don't know, I just thought it sounded fun. The majority of the kitted projects that I have, whether they came as kits or I kitted them myself, they were either gifted to me for my birthday or Christmas, or they were purchased with gift cards or you know, gifted money. So, and I just feel sad for them sitting there not being worked on. So I thought, I have this saying, I say, you know, you can't finish it if you don't start it. So I would just like to start all the things and then work towards finishing them. And I know that stresses some people out, but for me it feels hopeful, right? Hopeful for tomorrow. Like I'll have time, plenty of time to work on them and get them all fixed. I don't know, that's just kind of how I feel about it. All right, so the other project I worked on was Anne of Green Gables by Soda Stitch. And here it is. I have a paper chart of this, but I also have it in Pattern Keeper. So I used Pattern Keeper, so I actually have stats for this project. I'll pop a picture in of where it was when I picked it up. And this is my progress. So I'm really happy with my progress on this. I stitched a total of 503 stitches, and this corner box looks complete, but it's not even complete yet because I just didn't want to pull out the last color that goes around the border when I didn't have anywhere close to finish the thread. So I thought I'll finish it when I, you know, get to that color somewhere else. But this is being stitched on 28 count even weave. I believe it's a piece of fabric from Hobby Lobby. It's white. And I am using all DMC, 2 threads over 2. So this is on my Whip Go board one more time this year. So it will come out again, and I'm looking forward to making more progress on it. Okay, and the next project that I spent time on is my full coverage project. It is called Cozy Cabin Kitties. It is from Cross Stitch for Everyone on Etsy, and I'll have popped a picture on the screen to show you what the finished project should look like. I had a goal of 1,500 stitches for the month of March. I had the same goal for the month of February, but I didn't complete that goal, so I transferred the stitches that I didn't complete in February over to March, which gave me the goal of 2,000. Let me look at my journal. 2,039 stitches, and I completed that. I did a total of 2,041 stitches. So I'm really happy with the progress I made on this project since I started it on Thanksgiving Day, November 2024. I am stitching it on 16 count Aida, 2 threads over 1, all DMC. And see, I should have popped a picture in of where I was the last time I showed it, and this is my progress. I am at 4.40% complete, and it's a lot of like beiges, creams, orange, you know, oranges, but it's just the corner, like looking out at the winter window scene. And I'm happy with it. I'm enjoying the process. I don't know how pixelated it's going to look when it's finished. I'm really not worried about that. It's not something that I'm allowing to concern me. Actually, I just want to enjoy the process and see what it looks like, you know, the further along I get. And so there it is. I think I said all DMC. And it lives in this bag that I got from my local needlework shop, which is Floss and Flame in Dover, Delaware. And the link to this shop is in the description box below. All right, I'm just dropping these on the floor. We'll have a mess to clean up. All right, I did work on 2 other projects this month as well. And the first one lives in this wet dry bag that I got from Amazon. And actually, I love these bags for cross stitch projects. This particular type of bag has an extra pocket in the front, so it's great to like store my floss and stuff in it. This was a new start this year, Sweet Wing Studio, Mercy and Grace. I believe I started it in February, and I will pop a picture in of where I was the last time I showed it. And here is the progress that I made in March. I am using a mix of DMC and overdyed threads, all just pulled from my stash, basically. I don't know that I'm using anything that's actually called for, but they are similar colors. And I am stitching this on a 14 count Aida that I dyed myself. And I'm really happy with it. I'm enjoying the process. And I just really love the design. And the last project that I worked on in the month of March is living in this project bag that I got from Ode to Artistry on Etsy. My mother gave it to me as a Christmas present, I think. And this one is still in the frame, my Nerd Hoop, because I'm going to continue to work on it because it's a gift for my niece's son and so my great nephew. And I'd like to gift it to him before he gets too old. He's just 1 now, so. But it is out of this book by Doreen Jones, and it is the upper part of this hot air balloon pattern here. So let me see if I can find a better picture. I think there is one, yeah. So just like the sky and the hot air balloons. I mean, this is beautiful. I love that down there, but I'm just not gonna stitch that. And like this tree won't get stitched. It'll just be sky. So that's that. And I'll pop a picture in of where it was the last time I showed it. And again, I am just using some over dyes that I purchased these specifically for this project, but they're not called for at all. I just picked them because they were bright and colorful and they made me happy. And I thought they'd look great as hot air balloons. So here, I don't know if I need this. Here is my progress. Oh, I should have a picture up there of where I was last time, and this is the progress that I've made. So I completed the balloon part and I've started working on some of the clouds in the sky. I am stitching this on a 14 count light blue Aida. I believe it's from Hobby Lobby. And I'm really excited. I believe that the cloud here is finished right now, and I came out here so I could add the big balloon over here. So that's where I'm going to move to next, the next time I pick this up. But yeah, so I really like that. And I'm sorry to be flying through these projects, but like I said, I have to go to church tonight. So I just need to keep moving along. So that is everything that I stitched on in the month of February. I also did some organization, and I didn't pull that out, but I spent an entire weekend. I was under the weather. So, I mean, I didn't feel horrible, but I didn't feel like getting up and doing a lot of things, or I didn't feel like leaving the house at all. So I basically sat in my chair and like wound up a bunch of DMC and then organized my my other threads that I have. So I have overdyes, and then I had bought an entire kit of like 400 colors off of Amazon, and so those are all organized now. And yeah, so I was happy to get that done. And I also blanket stitched around 3 pieces of fabric for upcoming new starts. So that felt good. That felt like an accomplishment. So I managed to get all that done this month, plus some knitting. So I'm really happy with my progress. And now I'm going to move into plans. So my Whip Go calls for this month are 2 projects that already came kitted. One's a Dimensions and one's a Letty Stitch, and it's fitting because I am doing Dimensions kit April, and it kind of goes along with Lindsay of Blushing Pink Stitches. She hosts all kits April. So yeah, so I thought, how fun is that? That my Whip Go calls are both kits. So the first one I'll show you is a Dimensions kit called Holding Hands. My husband gave it to me a couple years ago for Christmas. So I just really think it's cute. It's not a gold, it's just a regular dimension. But I'm using all the kit materials. So 14 count ivory Ada and the threads that came with it, and it's on the floor. I'm sorry. Let me get my paper. Where's my paper? Here it is. Okay, so this is where it is currently. And since I don't have this on Pattern Keeper or any other cross stitch app or anything, I won't be counting stitches. I'll just count time. So I will put 5 hours into this project and should see quite a bit of progress in 5 hours. So I am excited to work on this one. Okay, and my next Whip Go call is, like I said, a Letty Stitch. It's called Magical Horses. And I've already worked on this some this year. I worked on it, I believe it was a Whip Go call in January as well. I think, let me look at my, yes, it was a Whip Go call in January. And so I gave it 5 hours then. It was a barely there start. Like a couple years ago, like it didn't have a lot on it. So I did 5 hours in January, and now I'll give it 5 more hours in April. But I have a picture up there of where I was the last time I showed it. And, well, no, I won't, because I'm showing you where it is. This is where it is currently. So I will add 5 hours worth of stitching to it. And this is just working on the carousel. There's the start of a horse's head right here. So I don't know what direction I'll go with this. If I'll work more on the horse, I'll probably go more into the canopy of the carousel. But yeah, I really love this design. So I just haven't spent a lot of time on it. All right, so now I want to see my time. Okay, I have time. So I was just going to do a really quick kit parade of all the kits I plan on starting this month of April. I have them behind me in this basket, and I will just show them to you really quick. I don't have any like set days for when they're going to get started. I hope I'm not shaking the camera. I do want to spend at least 2 days on each project. Like when I pick it up, work on it that day and then work on it the next day, or just, you know, mark off 2 days for each project on the calendar. So the first one I will show you is this Dimensions Gold Collection Petite called Stacked Teacups. And I've had this one for a while. Never started it. There are the threads. I actually took the Ada out of this project and gave it to my daughter-in-law for one of her projects. So I picked a fabric from my stash. I don't even know what it is, but so this came with 18 count. I can't say for sure that this is 18 count. I think I measured it and it looks like 18 count. We're gonna go with it. I did measurements. This should be big enough for whether it's 18 count or 16 count. I really hope it's 18 count though, because then, you know, I'm using kit floss. But anyway, we're gonna do it and see how it turns out. So that's a start. This might be the first one I start since it's already opened. And then the next one I have in my basket here is another Gold Collection Petites. It's called Quiet Night. It's on 18, it'll be on 18 count navy Ada. And that is the scene. I just love it. Now I'm not a huge fan of stitching on dark fabric. So this one will probably take me a long time, even though it's petite. But they all take me a long time. But this one will definitely take me a long time because I'm just, I don't know, I can't see it as well. So I only, you know, can only do like 100 stitches and then I'm like, okay, this is enough. It's going away for a little while. But that's going to be a start this month. And then I have this one, which is a dimensions kit called Joyful Snow Globe. And it came with 14 count Ada and a 6-inch wooden hoop to display it. So this one will be so cute when it's done, but it might not be a lot of fun to stitch because there's a lot of white, but still, I'm not gonna mind. There's the hoop with its stand back there. All right. And another one I'm going to start this month is this one. This one's so fun. It's a dimensions kit called Springtime, and it came with 14 count ivory Ada, and I just love it. Look at those colors. And the birds and the butterflies and her outfit. She's got that look on her face. Makes me think of what my 8-year-old daughter might look like as she grows up. But here are just a peek at the threads. So pretty. Just love it. And the next one I'm going to start is this called dimensions kit called Wise Owl. Oh, isn't that just beautiful? I just love him. And the background is so pretty. So pretty. So this one came with 14 count white Ada, and then, you know, all the threads and everything. So fun. And let's find my spot here. All right, the next one is a Dimensions Gold collection, and it is called Paris Scene, and it came with, it doesn't say, 16 count light blue Ada. And that is what it looks like. This one's really pretty too. The colors are gorgeous. So lovely. And then another Dimensions Gold collection. So that one was a springtime scene. This one's a winter scene. This one's called Holiday Village. And it's gorgeous too. Look at that sky. So pretty. And that tree with the ornaments. Ah, just love it. It came with 16 count gray Ada. This one's fun too because it even came with some like sequins. So pretty. And then another Dimensions Gold kit. This is actually the last one that I have. I have one that's coming in the mail, but I don't have it. But anyway, this is the last one that I have that I'm going to start this month. Aurora Cabin. And again, it's on the back. 16 count gray Ada. So it looks like it comes with a navy blue. I was thinking that it was, but no, I'll probably have to stitch all that navy blue. I don't mind. Yeah, it's so pretty. So there's the threads. Yep, so I'm gonna start that one too. Now I do have another gold collection in my kit basket here, but I've promised my daughter-in-law that I will keep it for her if she should choose to start it one day. She does cross stitch. She's a newer cross stitcher, but she has 4 small children and she just doesn't get a lot of time to stitch. But this is Winter Cabin. And like I said, it's in my kit basket, but I'm not going to start it this month. I just wanted to show it to you. And it came with 16 count gray Ada. And there are the threads. Okay, so I do have one more coming in the mail, kind of like a little gift to myself for my birthday. It is a Dimensions Gold Petite, and I forget what it's called, but it's like a mountain lake scene with 2 chairs. I don't know, it just made me think of my husband and I. So I will pop a screenshot of what it looks like up there, and that one will get started this month. Okay. My daughter just peeked in to ask me a question. So yeah, that's everything that I'm going to start the month of April, and then my whip go that I'm going to work on. I have decided to not work on my cozy cabin kitties this month. I thought that that would just be setting myself up for failure. So I might go back, I might put it back in the rotation in May. My goal earlier on in the year, I had set a 1,500 stitches a month on that particular piece all year long. I decided to take off the month of April, and I have plans for May. I was thinking about starting all of the patterns that I have stored on Pattern Keeper that I haven't started yet. Now that might sound crazy to some people, but I don't have that many. I think it's like 5. So I think that would be more manageable, and I'll be able to bring Cozy Cabin Kitties back into the rotation in May. All right, well, thank you if you made it this far for spending time with me, and I finished with enough time to get my stuff and go. All right, have a great week. Maybe I'll be back mid-month. That would probably be a good idea, just to cut down on the length of the cross-stitch update. All right. Bye.